Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Amaya back with another video. Okay, yes, by the title you could tell what today's topic is. Actually, I don't want y'all to know my government name for real. I, Amaya Brianna, have joined the US Airforce. Okay, so yeah, today is basically me just revealing that to you guys. I am going to be doing Air Force / military related videos now. And I basically just want to explain the process for joining the military in general, because it's pretty general for all branches. And also just some tips if you're thinking about joining, things to do, things to look out for, and all this and that. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, yeah, I also forgot to mention, obviously this video is a little bootleg, a little ghetto, because ironically enough, actually, I'm supposed to be meeting my recruiter, and he told me afternoon, and so I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna come at like 1. I end up getting here like a little bit after 1, and then I ring the bell and to like the office, and no answer. And I text him, I'm like, okay, are you here? And he's like, actually, I'm not gonna be there till 3. So I mean, I guess that's what I get for assuming, but I was just trying to be like ahead and kind of like on time, you know, like I don't know, I thought he would be here all day, but I guess he doesn't come in till 3. So here we are, finna do this video right here, because it doesn't make sense for me to go all the way back because I'm like 20 minutes away. But yeah, anyways, that's basically why I'm in my car doing this video, because I don't want to sit here and not be productive. So we're just gonna do it right here. Also, I'm trying to put a lot of information in this video. It's very informative. I don't know how long this is gonna be, but it's gonna be worth it. Okay, so if you are looking to join the military, this is a perfect video for you. Like if you're starting to think about it but you're not deep into it yet. And then also for other people, even if you're not joining the military, maybe you know somebody joining, or you just kind of like just want to know. I mean, yeah, sure, here you are. So where do I want to start? Okay, I had to put on my earrings. Anyways, yes. Okay, so the first tip I want to give people who are thinking about joining the military or the Air Force, any branch at all, is do your research. I think one thing that I did that I felt like really helped me out a lot before I even met a recruiter is research. Like literally do your research, learn everything like that you possibly can. Learn everything that you possibly can before you even go meet a recruiter, before you even make the phone call and set up a meeting with the recruiter, okay? Because the thing is, and I want you to also watch the videos that be like lies recruiters may tell you, or all this and that, not to diss any recruiters or anything, but I think it helped me out a lot, because it's not that even like, I don't know, there are some shady recruiter stories, but no. For the most part, it's not even that they're lying. They just kind of like don't disclose everything to you just to kind of like make certain things look better. And the thing is, like, I think me knowing almost like when I was from my recruiter, I basically didn't have any questions because I researched all of them and I knew everything already. And so when he would say certain things that would be like, also some good videos to watch is 4-year versus 6-year. I think those are really good to watch before you even go to a recruiter, because certain things like that he would bring to me or like say to me that or present to me in any type of way, I would kind of already know like what's the catch? You know when somebody tell you something and it seems too good to be true, and it's like, okay, but what's the catch? Like I already knew the catch. They're not gonna tell you what the catch is. They're not gonna tell you the part that they don't want. They're just gonna tell you the good parts. So like I think that's a really like important thing to do. Like if you just starting off, like even if you're just thinking about it, to just do your research before you even meet a recruiter. That way whenever you already know what you want, and then also when they try to convince you or tell you about certain things, you already know all the information about it, so you don't get caught off guard with anything. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to sign up for something or agree to something, and then later on down the road they're like, actually you can't do this, or actually you need to do this in order to do that. You know what I mean? But yeah. Okay, so that's just what I want to say like off jump. Now I'm gonna get into the process to get into the military. So basically the first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna meet up with the recruiter, right? The first thing that they're gonna have you do is probably, okay, so this is a lot of information. I don't know how to explain this. Okay, so you're gonna meet with the recruiter. The first thing they're gonna have you do is take a practice, or one of the first things they're gonna have you do is take a practice ASVAB test. I'm gonna explain what that is in a minute. They're gonna have you take a practice ASVAB test, and depending on your score, they're gonna have you either study a little bit, or they're just gonna probably try to make an appointment for you at MEPS. I'll explain what MEPS is also in a little bit, right? Okay, so to get into any branch of service, you need to take the ASVAB. The ASVAB is basically like it's like a test. It's like a knowledge test. It's gonna have it's a lot of subtests. There's like science, mechanical, math knowledge, word knowledge, paragraph comprehension. There's some other ones I can't remember right now, but yeah, it's basically it is to see if you can get into the branch you want to go into. So each branch has their own set score to even enter into the branch, okay? And each one is different. You can look that up, or I might put it right here if I feel like it. So yes, each branch you have to score a certain score in order to get into the branch. Then after that, there's also additional scores to receive certain jobs, or be eligible to receive a job, or to qualify for it. I should say qualify, because you can't just, it's not even guaranteed. Even if you score for a job, it's not a guarantee that you can get it. It's just that you're eligible for it, and you're able to put it on like your list, and like it's a whole thing, y'all. It's a whole thing. I'm sorry if I'm not making sense, but I'm trying to like make this as organized as possible. Okay, so yes, you're gonna take the ASVAB, right? I had bought a book. A lot of people are using this one brand. I'll put a picture of the book right here, and I'll put the name of it, because obviously I'm not at home, I can't show you guys, but when I get home I'll take a picture of it and I'll put it right here. This book, people are saying it's really helpful. I mean, I bought it and I looked at it, but it's just like, I don't really know if it really helped me. Like, I kind of just took my test, and like it was the same as my pre-test, like, to be completely honest. I mean, I studied a little bit, but like I wasn't finna sit there and study for months and months and months. Like, I just wasn't gonna do it. So yeah, I probably won't be doing how I scored a so-and-so on an ASVAB or whatever. Yeah, we're not gonna do that, because I really, and then like I don't have any tips for you guys. I don't even know what I was doing for real. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna have more like videos going more in depth on the ASVAB and MEPS. I'm gonna do a video on my MEPS experience. But yeah, so you're gonna take a practice ASVAB, then you're gonna go to MEPS and take the real ASVAB. And I believe you can only take the ASVAB like 3 times, but each time you have to wait longer. Like, there's longer intervals that they make you wait before you could take the next one. And they take your most recent score. They do not take your highest score. So keep that in mind as well. So after that, you're gonna go to MEPS, which basically, okay, so there's 2 components to entering the military for any branch. There is the ASVAB, and there is like the other part of MEPS, which is the medical. The medical at MEPS is basically your enemy for you trying to get into the military. It's literally like the only thing in the way, basically, and you'll understand why. If you watch my other video, I'll explain that more. But basically, MEPS is trying to pick out all the weak links, anybody that could be a liability. They're using like process of elimination by any way they possibly can, and that's really a misconception that most people have. Like, they think they can just join the military, like that's a last resort. Like, oh, if anything doesn't work, just join the military. Like, they think anybody can just get in, and really a lot of people that are interested in joining the military in general are actually not even eligible, and they find out, or they're disqualified for whatever reason during that MEPS process. And so yeah, basically after MEPS, you either make it or you don't, honestly, quite frankly. Yeah, even I had some bumps in the road with MEPS. Like, I was disqualified at one point, but it was y'all, I will share that in my MEPS experience. I'm really not trying to make this video too long, but yeah, so if you want to know that, stay tuned for my other video. But yeah, after MEPS, if you make it, you're gonna swear in. Sorry, I'm being nosy. You're gonna swear in, and you are then in the DEP program, the delayed entry program. And I know it's different for other branches, so I'm not sure. I think like some branches like pick their jobs that they're gonna have while they're serving for the military at MEPS before they even swear in, but the Air Force doesn't do it like that. Like most of the time when people were at MEPS, if other branches, they knew what job they were gonna do, but like me, you don't, for the Air Force, you don't know what your job is gonna be until after you swear in and everything. So yeah, specific to the Air Force, once you are in the delayed entry program, you're then waiting for a job to come up. You're gonna do like a list and everything. I'll explain that also in another video. You're gonna do a list of jobs that you are interested in, and your recruiter is basically gonna try and get you that job. And it's basically like a fight between like all the other states, whatever, it's basically whatever is in demand. So if you pick a job that's in low demand, you're gonna be waiting for a while before you can actually get shipped off, unless like something happens to somebody and it's like an opening randomly, but not likely. So they show you, and they actually show you on the list which jobs are in higher demand or in moderate demand, low demand. And that's basically going to determine how long you're going to have to wait before you get shipped off to basic training, basic military training, BMT. Okay, see, yes. So yeah, after you get into the DEP program, you are going to be waiting for a job. Once you get a job, you're going to get a date to when you're going to leave for basic. Once you get that date, you basically are just waiting. During the DEP program, you also meet with your recruiter. We met with my recruiter once a month. We started off at once a month, and then he changed it to twice a month. And for us, it was every second and third Tuesday of the month. And you basically just do stuff. You do like working out, or he taught us how to march. He did one time we did a fitness training. We did a PT mock. So basically when you get to basic, there are you have to run 1.5 miles. You have to do sit-ups, push-ups, and is that it? I think that's it. I might be missing something, but yeah, you have to complete 1.5 miles in a certain amount of time. You have to do a certain amount of push-ups in a minute, certain amount of sit-ups in a minute, and I really think I feel like it's 4 things, but I can't remember right now. But yeah, so in order to graduate and complete BMT, you're gonna have to meet those physical requirements. So we did a PT mock one time. Sometimes it's fun, like we'll do we played football with, I think, the Marines, some other Marine guys, recruits or whatever, and then we did like Sky Zone with I think we was with the Navy, and there was one other branch, but I can't remember. So yeah, you basically just meet up. They check to see if anything has changed, anything happened. Yeah, basically during the DEP program, they're just keeping in contact, making sure nothing's changing with you, just doing activities and stuff like that. After basic training, you are not, okay, I want to say this. After basic training, you cannot go home. You cannot go home. Like I really thought, like when I was researching, I thought that you get to go home after basic. No, you don't. After basic, you're going to go to technical school. I think other branches call it AIT school or A school or something like that. But for Air Force, we call it technical school or tech school, whatever. So yeah, after basic training, you're going to go tech school. Tech school is basically the training for your job. So whatever job you got, it's going to be training. They're going to teach you how to do your job. And depending on the job, it's different lengths. It can be from 2 months to 9 months to 6 months. It really just depends on what your job is. After tech school, you go to your first duty station, which also you don't know. I don't know where my tech school is at. I don't know if I can know, but I don't think I know until I go to basic training. And then you also don't know your first duty station until you're about to graduate from basic training as well. So you don't really know where you're gonna go until they like tell you like right before you're gonna go. But yeah, and then depending on where your duty station is, they'll tell you how long you have to stay there. I know, okay, I don't want to be like, don't quote me on this, but from what I am like, from what I can see and from what I've been observing, if it's anywhere like in the US, like a regular state or whatever, a regular state, what I mean by that is like, it's not Alaska or something. Actually, I do have a friend, they sent her to Alaska, y'all. They sent her to Alaska, but she only has to stay there I shouldn't even say only. She's staying there for 13 months, and then she gets to go to Italy for 13 months. So, see, yeah. But what I noticed is that if it's like a regular state or whatever, they are sending people there for like 3 years, because I know you can't request to go somewhere different until 3/4 of your contract is up. So if you're doing 4 year, that's another thing, you could do 4 year or 6 year. If you're doing 4 year, that's going to be obviously 3 years. So for the most part, people duty station is like a 3 year like contract for you to stay there. But yeah, after that, I mean, you either get moved a lot or you don't get moved a lot, depending on how long you stay there, depending on your job, depending on where they need you. I mean, there's not really anything guaranteed or how long you're going to be somewhere. It's really just where the Air Force needs you and where they need to put you for the Air Force's needs. Why is he looking at me? Anyways, but yeah, that's basically the process to joining the military, the process of being in the military. I hope I answered a decent amount of questions for you guys. I know I still have a lot to explain about each thing, but stay tuned for my other videos for that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye.